Hey there, we are live from Midtown Comics downtown with WWE superstar Samoa Joe. Joe, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. Had a lot of fun here at the signing today.
Very cool. Now, of course, Samoa Joe is here signing SummerSlam special #1. They're doing a lot of really great books at Boom Studios, putting out tons of WWE comic books. And of course, Joe, you're a big comic book fan too, right?
I am, and I was kind of excited when they said that Boom was doing our book this year. I'm a big incorruptible, irredeemable guy, so it's neat to see a studio that I enjoy doing our book.
Now, you say incorruptible, irredeemable. What do you keep up with? What do you read?
So my taste kind of run the gamut. I mean, everything from Saga, a lot of the Skybound stuff, Manifest Destiny, Walking Dead. Of course, I think I'm a Marvel guy. I think the only thing I don't really read regularly, probably should be reading more, and your boys have said the same thing, is should be reading a lot more DC. So we'll see. You guys gave me some books, so I'm gonna try to get on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. What did you read back when growing up and stuff like that?
I think my generation, I think we were all caught up in the Image revolution there, and we were talking earlier about all the ridiculous variant covers and embossed and mosaic covers and gold foil and all that madness and craziness. So I think it kind of started back then. And then as I got older, I think I gravitated more towards like trades and then more graphic novel type of content. Really huge Warren Ellis and Garth Ennis fan. I mean, those are my two probably favorite writers and books. And yeah, I mean that's like saying Babe Ruth's a great baseball player, but
Well, that's like saying Samoa Joe is a great wrestler. It's a given.
and everybody loves him. I think that's like I said, my tastes definitely vary, and I managed to find some cool books here and there that I end up enjoying.
Well, that's very cool. Of course, Joe, you've been wrestling for quite some time. How does it feel to be main eventing SummerSlam this weekend?
It's definitely it's been a whirlwind year. It's been definitely a whirlwind 6 months since I've been on Raw, and the timetable was a little quick, but I find myself here on the main event of SummerSlam, and it's no surprise to me.
Yeah, of course, it's well deserved. I mean, you've done some great work. Of course, you did amazing work down in NXT, where a lot of people really, really caught notice, and were just so impressed. I mean, so happy to see Samoa Joe, who had been so notorious, really tearing it up in the WWE scene.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is it was a perfect marriage because NXT at the time was on fire and kind of this burgeoning new world third brand for the WWE universe, and to kind of help that brand kind of come into fruition and become what it is today, at a sold out Barclays Center probably for the third year in a row. It's a really big honor.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. And of course, you've gotten to face off against some really great opponents this weekend. You're going off against Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. But are there any superheroes or characters in a comic that you think it would have been cool to see in a wrestling type setting?
I think like a Solomon Grundy, you just keep beating him up, and then he stands up and keeps walking forward. Then you beat him up some more, and then he gets back up and does a little damage, keeps walking forward. I just think that really amuses the hell out of me for some reason.
You're a bit of a gamer too. Did you ever play as Grundy in the Injustice video games?
I did. I've just kind of recently started picking up the Injustice games, and yeah, Grundy was a great character.
Yeah, I love the communist Grundy skin from the first game. That's really fun. Pulling out knives and stuff. Really fun guy.
Yeah, really good guy, and I'm glad they kind of went with some very different characters you wouldn't think that they would put into a video game instead of just kind of the classical, bat heroes and villains that you would think that they would put forward. So he was kind of a pleasant surprise in the lineup.
Now, do you have any particular favorites in the world of comics? Any favorite characters? Any favorite heroes?
Man, it's kind of like my favorite video game. It's a really tough call. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Preacher. I mean, I love most of the characters in the Preacher books. I'm a big Hunter Bullets fan too, so Lano is kind of somebody that kind of appeals to me. I don't know why. Yeah.
Some very cool stuff. I mean, geez, you're covering the whole range of things. You got Incorruptible, Irredeemable, you got 100 Bullets. You are a guy who knows his stuff, and we're really happy that we could have you here today, and we're all, of course, cheering for you this weekend at SummerSlam. And you guys should definitely check out some of the Boom Studios comics that have been coming out with WWE. Tons of great stuff focusing on some really cool stories. And the SummerSlam special, really cool because it focuses on the history of the event. And, you know, maybe next year we'll see your wonderful matches told.
Trust me, next year I'll be all over this thing. The Samoa Joe special edition. There will be a gold foil embossed cover. I think we're going to do something like you talked about earlier with like a gate opening up, and I'm just kind of standing in the middle of it, welcoming you in. And definitely like a mosaic piece that actually it's each part of it is a part of my face. And if you buy 6 of the same issue, then it actually makes my whole head. Put it on the wall. It's going to be fantastic.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. Thank you so much for everybody who checked us out. And thank you once again, Joe, for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, man. A lot of fun.
And hopefully you guys will check out some of these really amazing WWE Boom Studios comics and watch SummerSlam tomorrow night at 7 on the WWE Network.